Alright, so I'm about to give the two people that follow this shit just a little quick update on what's been going on. And that is, not a lot, to be honest. I've really just been doing a lot of onesie-twosie projects around the place, mainly cleaning up, worked on a couple things. However, this evening I went to go pick up an engine. There it is, sitting in the back of the truck. It's an engine for the old caddy issues here. The current one in it, the 4100 piece of shit, it still runs fine, still nothing wrong with it besides me jerry-rigging it. However, I do want to swap it out for something that I can actually get parts for. So I'm going to swap it out. Today I actually went and bought a good old Harbor Freight chain hoist for an engine hoist I'm about to build in here, considering the other Harbor Freight engine hoist doesn't quite clear this giant nose. So, because the middle of the engine sits about like right here. It's like ridiculously far back. Because in the 80s they were like, fuck weight reduction. We just want long fronts. There's my fucking light. Alright. Shine this piece of shit light on it real quick. Yeah, just normal old greasy 305. Only 305 just because, one, this was kind of close to the house, pretty cheap. Only paid $300 for it. Runs, supposedly. Well, it did run at one point. However, it doesn't look bad. Like, nothing leads me to believe that it's been fucking dogged on and abused. And the valve is pretty clean. Besides from being dirty sitting in a shop. Put a Wix filter on it so you know we took care of it. Even got a little free carburetor and 2 free intakes and other shit out of the deal. Just a little cheap little Aldebaran carb. Ain't really say shit about it, except that it was on a daily driver 9 months ago. Then it was pulled off, sat under a carport for 9 months until I got it. It obviously needs to be cleaned, probably rebuilt, which I might do that, to be honest. Got a couple free intakes, just need to be washed, painted, cleaned up. Even got a little spacer on that one. All these fucking vacuum barbs. If I ever need any, I'm fucking Gucci. All kinds of other shit I'm probably missing. So the guy who sold this to me, I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. We got about 45 minutes from here. He says it has over 200,000 miles on it, and to be honest, it doesn't look terrible for, you know, small block Chevy with over 200,000 miles on it. It really doesn't. I mean, they all fucking leak anyway as it is, and this thing is not leaking too terribly bad. Even looking in the coolant passage, it's not just full of fucking rust and dirt and shit. Like I said, the lifter valley is still clean. Yeah, kinda clean. Still got some carbon buildup on it, but no big deal. Does not look terrible. It's missing a water temp sensor, but who gives a shit? Probably have one laying around. And even has new oil cooler lines. Pretty good. Hopefully I can actually use these. So my plan is to pop the hood first. Alright, we're gonna get up under the ranch real quick. If I can open this fucking behemoth. Alright, and now I don't have any light. Okay, now I have light. So yeah, right now it has a shit ass fucking 4100 HT fucking dick fuck V8. It runs pretty smooth. It actually runs pretty good. Yet again, it only has 60,000 miles on it. But as previous stated, it's a worthless engine. It's gutless. Fucking falls apart if you look at it wrong. And I'm lucky it actually runs. However, my plan, I'm going to salvage this air compressor if I can. Maybe put a new pulley on it. Maybe have to put a new fucking compressor. If I can't get this pulley off, because that's a V belt set up and I'm going to need a cert belt set up. alternator is gonna have to be replaced as well because there's no way in fuck that's gonna fit. Smog pump, who gives a fuck? That probably a fucking smog something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck that is. However, what else down there? Oh, power steering. Yeah, power steering pump's gonna have to be replaced as well. Probably the lines, maybe the box. I don't know. I might keep the power steering box, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to hook lines up to it. Because no power steering in this behemoth kind of sucks. Right now it's bypassed because the power steering pulley was fucked up, so I couldn't use it. So I had to fucking get a series of belts that fit, just so I could drive it around the block. But just enough beltage on it to operate the water pump and the alt, and that got me around. Alt works, water pump works. Wonder if it even has fucking water in it. Yeah, a little bit. Got a little leakage. It's even green. Or is it? I'll tell you what's on the bottom of this shit ass radiator. That's also my other plan, is to swap out this radiator. Maybe finagle a truck radiator in there. That way I can actually keep the oil cooler lines, because the oil cooler lines are on the driver's side. If I can just route them about through in there, hook them up to in there where they would normally go, I might get lucky. But this radiator is old, it's fucking leaking, it's about to blow. No telling what's in the bottom of it. Oh, for fuel delivery. It's an 84. Believe it or not, it has throttle body injection from 84. And it's very fucking simple. I think it only has like maybe one O2 sensor on one side. And it's like one wire or some shit. Oh yeah, you can't see it, but it's down there close to the fucking exhaust flange. And it's just one bolt, it's one wire sensor. Super fucking easy. I don't know if the other side has one or not, but driver's side for sure. Alright, I don't see an O2 sensor on the passenger side, but I see some kind of fucking shit show, linkage, vacuum operated fucking plunger shit, aka scrap. That's all smog shit, that's going. AC, I'm trying to keep the AC in this car because that would be fucking badass. And I live in Louisiana, and this place fucking sucks, and no AC in Louisiana sucks even more. Also, since this TVI is so simple and it runs so well, I'm actually gonna go against everyone's opinion and try to keep it. Because it runs really good, it really does. It's not that hard. Even the throttle body is the same basic design as GM's always had, and it's from fucking 84. It's pretty impressive that they actually had it back then. TVI, in my opinion, is pretty reliable, it's simple, it's cheap, and those are three things I love. The distributor, though, that's probably going to be pretty tricky, to be honest. Because it's so fucking tight and dirty in there, giggity, that I can't get to the wires to see what all wires it has going to it. Which I know it's just, you know, tack and your switch positive right there. It's not even a fucking tack. I don't know what the hell what it goes to. I guess maybe the computer. Oh yeah, it's still a pretty simple concept, and the plug to get to it all is right there. It just goes into the dash, into the computer. Pretty easy. Another issue that I can foresee that's in the back of my mind is the air-to-fuel ratio being way off, considering I'm going to put 305 in here. If I manage to get everything to button up right, and it actually does run, the air-to-fuel ratio is going to be fucky. It's going to run super lean because the computer thinks it's feeding 4.1 liters of displacement. Or 4.1, yeah, that's right. But instead, it's going to be feeding 5 of displacement. And depending on if the computer picks up on that and can tune itself to compensate, that's what I'm worried about. However, I think maybe I could throw some 350 injectors on it to squirt more fuel to help a little bit. Maybe big block injectors? Or fuck it, maybe just the big block itself. Big block, carburetor, straight pipes. Maybe a motherfucking fender exit big block. Heh. Gotta flex on these haters. I wonder if a fender exit's even possible. This thing's already pretty tight as it is, which is amazing considering how big this fucking car is and how little room there is to even work on shit. Honestly, like, I had to stop and do something and I forgot what I was talking about before I paused it. However, I'll just move on to my next step. I'm not a fan of one gauge. Well, technically 2 gauges, but fucking speed and gas. So I really want to find out how to put gauges in here somewhere, but I don't want to tap into the dash. I just can't bring myself to do that, which is very unlikely of me. Yeah, I'm actually going to drop out of Jerry Rig University and figure out a place to put it. I'm thinking there's going to be a mirror here, obviously, because you fucking have to have it. And that sticker's going to be gone, but thinking maybe put gauges here. That'd be kind of cool. Like route. There are going to be electronic gauges. I'm going to have at least a temp gauge, oil pressure, tach, because I do sell like small tachometers, and voltage. I'm going to have four gauge cluster up here somewhere. May run half the wires down here, and then the other half down that pillar, so it's not all the wires just fucking filling up this fucking pillar space and looking like shit. I can't put the gauges here. It's like, yeah, it's practical, but the speaker's right there, and I can't block my fucking Skinnerd. Down here it'd be nice. Sorry there's no fucking light, because I don't know where the fucking light is. Yeah, you sit tight. We'll put there, but fucking butt trays there. And the cigarette lighter is also there. That's kind of unpractical. Plus, I don't really want to look down the whole time anyway. So I do want to look into doing it maybe up here. So just in between the visors, above the mirrors, still practical. It's way out of the way. I'm not going to be fucking looking up there. Unless I'm coon hunting or some shit out of this, which I don't know if that's going to happen. But it might happen. Sounds kind of fun. Alright, so I think I have it figured out. So I want, my 2 gauges, or 4 gauges, 2 sets of tits. So I have one, positive feed wires going to each gauge. One switch positive, and then one feed wire going to each gauge. So that's 5 wires. And then you could have like another switch positive for the backlighting going to each gauge. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires plus your ground, which could be fucking anywhere. I can actually just screw it into the ceiling inside. So that's no big deal. And just wire all the grounds up in fucking series. Pretty easy. So yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish wires. I don't know if that's easy to see or not, but it's there. If I happen to be wrong because I've never done this before, just feel free to call me an idiot. I don't care. That's how I learned, to be honest. Won't offend me any. I'm not a fucking bitch. Alright, one beer down. Time to work.